Hi everyone, welcome to a Stamping to Share video. My name is Kate Kalthoff and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to share with you this great card. It goes together so quickly and easily, and this is the outside and here is the inside. It says, always by your side. I'll show you the two stamp sets that we used. One of the stamp sets is called Simple Stems, and you can purchase that out of our Spring Mini 2014 catalog. And then the other stamp set is called Notable Notions, and this is in our regular 2013-14 Stampin' Up! Catalog. And what I like about the Simple Stems stamp set is that it coordinates with the Secret Garden framelits from Stampin' Up! Here is what that looks like. And then there's one more flower here, which I already have set up on the Big Shot machine to show you how to cut that out. And so let's go ahead and get started. One other thing is we're going to be using some designer series paper on this card, and actually all of these papers look great. This is the designer series paper from the Etcetera pack, which is actually on sale this week only through this coming Tuesday. Here's the back side. Some great colors, some great vintage-like designs, and you can see in my card that I used the measuring tape for this particular card because I wanted Calypso Coral flowers. Now, the card that I'm going to make for you today, I'm going to use a little bit different paper background, but let's get started. First, you're going to need a piece of early espresso paper, and I've cut that at 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. And I like to fold towards the mountain, so I just find this is the valley, this is the mountain, so I just fold it in towards the mountain. If you ever Google scoring, that is the directions that they give for people that are in the know about that sort of thing, and I trust them. They obviously do it probably more than I do. This is the Etcetera Designer Series paper, and I've used this sort of newsprint piece, but I love all the different colors on it. Calypso Coral is one of the colors that I like, and I thought this will look great. You want, did I tell you it's 2 1/2 by 5 1/4? Don't remember if I mentioned that. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue that right onto our card base because there's no ribbon wraps or anything like that, so we can just get that set down, and that looks pretty good. Okay, now the next step is to get some leaves on this. One of the leaves we can just glue on right away, and I don't need all of this, so I'm just going to snap off a little bit here, and I'm just going to put some couple of dots on here, and I'm just going to bring this up to this area here. I'm going to have a little bit higher of a flower right there. And let's see. Oh, I was going to show you. Here's a bunch of leaves that I cut with one of the framelits in this framelit set. You can see it looks like this. Cuts them out perfectly, beautifully, and very quickly. Love that about that. So I've got all my extra leaves off to the side here. Now what I'm going to do is show you how to cut the flower. So I have my Big Shot machine. I'm going to put that in the photo for just a minute. And here I've already stamped the flower in Calypso Coral. I've taken the framelit that coordinates with that flower and just set it right over the top. Now this is the magnetic plate, so it will stay nice and stable. And then I put my top plate on over the top, and I like to keep the top plate kind of cut free so that I can see what I'm doing. Let's take this off. Now I don't show the Big Shot with every demonstration that I do, but I do like to show it once in a while so that our newbies understand how beautifully and quickly and easily a Big Shot machine and framelits cut. So there we go. So we can go ahead and put this flower right on our card. So I'm just going to put that on with a little snail. Nothing fancy about it. Just going to set this on right, I suppose right about here. Looks good. Then I have another one that I've already pre-cut. This one I have on dimensionals. I think I will need to put a flower in here. So I'm going to, or some leaves in here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. I think I'm going to scoot that in under this flower just a little bit. Some of that won't show. There we go. like this. Then I have this flower already on dimensional, so I'm just going to plop that in kind of over the top here. And then we want another flower down, or another set of leaves down towards the bottom. So again, adding a little bit of glue to these leaves, and we're just going to lift this up. Actually, we don't need quite this much because not all of it will show. So just snip that off. And I think maybe about like this. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? Now for the finishing touch, all we need to do is add some buttons. So I took some of our Naturals wooden buttons, and I just took some twine that Stampin' Up! Also sells. This is our linen thread, and I've threaded it through just 2 of the holes and tied kind of a big bow. I added some glue dots to the back. Then we can just set these buttons on like this, and I think they just make this card look so awesome. So there's the front of our card, and that's already complete. So now we just have to work on the inside of our card. So we are going to need a piece of very vanilla cardstock cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and we'll just set that on with a little bit of snail across the top, like so. And then we will need another set of leaves, but again, we won't need a whole bunch of leaves. I think we just need 2 of them. So I'm going to just cut that off, and we've got our 2 leaves right here. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue again. Maybe I better put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this stem. There we go. We can just set this right here. And then we need our little Notable Notions stamp. And I've inked up my stamp with Early Espresso, stamped it down, and then we use a 1-inch punch to punch that out. This is the old style punches. If you order a 1-inch punch now, they're a little more modern looking. There we go. And we will also need a 1 1/4 inch scallop punch, like this. And then we can just set those 2 pieces right onto our little stem here. And we don't want to put a dimensional on that because it's the inside of the car. So there it is, always by your side. And it's done. The card is completed. There's the inside, and here's the outside. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. I truly appreciate you. Bye-bye.